to the ChemoMonster. In the continuity of design of a packed bed reactor, sometimes we face a case where the reaction mixture or the catalysts are packed in tubes inside the reactor. So they are often called the tubular packed bed reactors. And by calculating the volume of the reactor or catalyst required in the same way as we have discussed in the design of a packed bed reactor, we can follow the next steps in the design of a tubular packed bed reactor. Like in this design, we have to assume a length of the tube. Like we assume a length of tube 1 foot, which is equal to 0.304 meter. We have certain kind of we have certain kind of thickness that we need to assume. Here it is 0.01 meter. The inner diameter of the tube is also be needed to be assumed. Like here it is 0.0075 meter. The volume of tube can be found by the general formula pi by 4 d square LT. This is actually square. It is written in capital numeric form. It is square. Pi by 4 d square LT. The volume here comes out to be like 0.036. You can have different based on your inner diameter and length of tube. Now the outer diameter based on the Bingham wire gauge BWG, like you have 12, 14, the thickness will be depend on that sizing chart. So in this case we have the BWG 12, which corresponds to the thickness of 0.01, and the outer diameter of the tube will be equal to 0.075 d inner plus 2 times thickness. Now we have to calculate the number of tubes. We know it is packed, so there will be no free spacing, no baffles, no external internal geometry. So there will be only a vessel in which tubes are packed. So the total volume of the reactor will be divided into the tubes. So the total volume of reactor, like we have calculated in this case, which comes out to be 1.373 meter cube, divided by the volume of each tube. The volume of each tube is calculated before. So the number of tubes in the tubular packed bed reactor comes out to be 42. Like again we have triangular layout or square layout. Here we have assumed the square layout, so the pitch will be equal in the square layout 1.25 times the outer diameter. Like we have 1.25 times or outer diameter 0.11875. It is always larger than the outer diameter. The pitch is always greater than your outer diameter, remember. Now we have to calculate the bundle diameter. Like the bundle diameter here calculated to be d outer multiply n tube over KL. KL is a factor, and I do not have any much knowledge about this KL factor. It is available easily in literature, where you can whether it is in the case of shell and tube heat exchanger or tubular packed bed reactor, the analogy of KL is same. Like here KL is equal to 0.125. NL is it is also another constant. So by putting all the values in this formula that you get from the literature or calculated above, you can get the bundle diameter, which is the diameter outside all the tubes that are packed inside the reactor. As we know, the value of the bundle diameter is given by relation. We can calculate the shell inner diameter from this formula. Y is equal to the clearance 100 minus 9.373 multiply x. X is unknown plus 85.713. X is the bundle diameter that we have calculated from this formula, and we have to put it inside, and we can see that from this equation the clearance is equal to 86.194%. The shell diameter will be equal to the clearance plus bundle diameter. You always have some kind of clearance because tubes are not that much packed with the wall, so it can break or corrode. So there will be some clearance always. We have 86.194% clearance. 86.194% overall overall bundle diameter with 100 minus 86.194, 13.21% clearance. So that is the case. Sorry. The shell height can be calculated by adding the length of tube plus 10 times length of tube. That comes out to be 0.3 T, because 10% will be the inlet, nozzle, ejectors, and sprayers if you have. So 10% extra clearance or safety would be accommodated in the shell height. That is the very small difference that you will see when you are facing the tubular packed bed reactor. So don't worry and follow this easy procedure. Thank you.